Oh my gosh, y'all, it is Tactful Thursday. Can you believe it? You know I always say that, but it just seems like, gosh, once Wednesday passes, like that's it. The week is over. But y'all, it's Tactful Thursday, and so today we're not avoiding those difficult and crucial conversations. We're not avoiding them, but we are being prayerful and tactful about how we handle them. Okay, so I just want to encourage everyone who's watching it right now, don't be in such a hurry to address the things, especially while you're upset. Take a moment to take a step back, okay, and use this phrase today. How about this? Use this phrase that is so underused but so powerful. Instead of responding right away, instead say, let me think about what you just said, and I'll get back with you with a response soon. Yeah. Let me think about what you just said, and let me get back with you with a response soon. You don't have to be in a rush to respond. And let me tell you, you would not imagine how powerful that one little phrase can be. So, how about you use that today? Okay, one more time. Let me think about what you just said, and I will get back with you with a response. Okay? All right. So, y'all, I'm Dr. Juanita Mercer. I'm the founder and CEO of Lead My Heart, an executive coaching and consulting company. And what you're watching is my monthly series. And this month's series is called Revival. Why? Because I just want to talk to you about how to fall in love with your career again. Because it's so important. So many people are dealing with so much in the workplace, stressed out, overwhelmed, feeling like there's no way out, but there is. And it starts with us. It starts with the decisions that we make. And so we're talking about revival because the number 8 represents rebirth, renewal, rejuvenation, new beginnings, revival. Okay. And so, episode 1, we talked about minding your ministry. In episode number 2, we talked about partnering and problem solving. And then today, for episode number 3, we're talking about harnessing your hobbies. That's right. I'm telling you, 3 unique keys to revival, y'all, for to get the job that you've always wanted with the job that you currently have. It's possible. It's possible. I've lived it, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can do it as well. Okay, so let's get into this episode. Again, talking about harnessing our hobbies. But you know what I want you to do? I want you to engage with me, like this video, heart this video, tag some colleagues, coworkers, teammates, supervisors, leaders, friends, family, everybody. Tag them in this video and say, hey, you gotta watch this, okay? And then also share it. Share it on your timeline, share it in a group, okay? So others can be blessed by this as well. And then those of you who watch it on YouTube, subscribe to this channel and ring my bell so that you don't miss any new content that's being dropped. And then also comment, say hello, let me know that you're here. And then as we're going through the episode, throw in your knowledge. I welcome you to be a part of the learning community. So if there's something I missed, something I overlooked, something you want to add, you go for it. Okay? So let's get into this episode, beginning with some questions. So when it comes to your demotivation, your lack of inspiration, and your current work, I want to ask you these questions. Number 1, how often do you have fun at work? Think about that. How often do you have fun? You enjoy it. You laugh. You know, there's something that happened that you're like, wow, that was really fun. I enjoyed that. Okay, so contemplate that for a second. And then the next one is, how often do you practice your hobbies? Okay, in general, the things that you love to do, how often do you practice them? Seeing that we spend more than 2/3 of our waking hours at work, that means that other 1/3 you have to share with your family, taking care of yourself, self care, sleeping, eating, grooming. You get the picture? Yeah. There's not a whole lot of time. So, when do you get a chance to practice your hobbies? Okay. And then the next question is how have you ever brought your hobbies to work? Have you ever done that? Have you? What was it like? What did you do? What was that hobby? I would love to know what the hobby was. Was it playing a game? Was it a particular sport? Was it art? Was it music? What was it? Okay. And if not, have you given yourself permission to? And if you haven't, that's what I'm here to do today, is to give you permission to bring your hobbies to work. Okay. But we're going to talk about, gosh, why they're so beneficial. You know, hobbies are those pastimes, those things that we do um, that we enjoy doing. We don't have to do them. That's what makes it a hobby. The moment someone makes you do it, or it's something that you feel like you have to do for whatever reason, is no longer a hobby. It's more so a chore, a duty, a responsibility. Okay? So it's something you don't have to do, but you want to do. But I first want to talk about why this is important for many reasons. Okay? First and foremost, stress in the workplace. And here's some interesting stats on stress. It says that workplace stress has been reported to cause, that we know of, right? That's what stats are, what we can confirm, at least 120,000 deaths in the US each year. Y'all, you are not going to be one of them. You hear me? Work is no place to die. And I'm not just talking about physical death, but spiritual death too, where people are being crushed every day because of adult bullies and all types of toxic behavior in the workplace. Work is no place to die, y'all. Okay? So we got to do better. And yet, this is where we spend most of our time. This is so important that we get a handle on it. Okay? But then also, 83% of US workers, is that you? Is that you? Suffer from work-related stress, and 54% of workers report that work stress affects their home life. So that 1/3 that you have to split with all these other priorities that you have, then that's affected too. You're stressed out there as well. You know what, Leah? Let's take a moment to just breathe. As one hobby we all need to do more of. I know we breathe because we have to, we just do it innately, but sometimes intently, with meditation, with focus, we need to just breathe. So just do that with me for a few more seconds. Breathe in deeply, hold it, and then exhale, listening to your breath. All that you hear, that the breath going in and out of your body, y'all, that's a chance. That's hope. We can change. There's still an opportunity to turn this around. Okay? We may not be able to turn it around for everybody, but we can turn it around for you. Right? I can turn it around for me. That's where it begins. So we have to commit to turning it around. Now, don't your shoulders just feel looser, like, right? Just from that breathing. So good. We have to do more of that. So, what are the benefits of hobbies? Number one, stress relief. Okay, you can look it up. You can look at the number one benefit of a hobby is stress relief. Just the opportunity to do something that you enjoy doing, no matter what it is. Okay, but then also an improved mood. Increased creativity, which is like the number one soft skill that is in high demand right now. Creativity. Enhance self esteem. Yes, self efficacy. Okay, we need that. Sense of accomplishment. Check. Distraction from negative thoughts. Yes, we need that. Reduce anxiety. Yes, we need that. Cognitive stimulation. Mm-hmm. Social interaction and relaxation. Yes, 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 times 10. Is there anything on this list that you don't need? I'll wait. Right? You need everything on this list, y'all. So, do we not also need this in the workplace? Think about it. Stress relief, improved mood, increased creativity, enhanced self-esteem, sense of accomplishment, distraction from negative thoughts, reduced anxiety, cognitive stimulation, social interaction, relaxation. We need every single one of these in the workplace. Every single one. And if we know that hobbies is the way to do that, why don't we find more ways to integrate it into the workplace? Let's talk about how we can do that in normal organizational development functions and normal organizational day-to-day operations. So let's talk about what hobbies could look like in the workplace. It could look like team building activities. Getting some people together and saying, hey, we're going to try this and see if you like it. See if you don't like it. What are you going to lose? You know? Mindfulness and meditation. You'd be surprised how many like minded individuals like you, if you like to meditate and just sit quietly and not be bothered, how many other people would benefit for that? And just to say, hey, during our break, how about we get together for 5 minutes and do a 5 minute meditation? Meet me in this room. And allowing people to have the space and time to create these moments that can also be beneficial to the work that you do. Fitness challenges. Yes, let's do it. Who doesn't want to lose a couple of pounds, right? Or a few or more, right? Pounds. Who doesn't want to eat better? Say, hey, let's go gluten free for a month. Let's cut down on our desserts for a month. Let's not drink coffee. Okay, don't turn off the video. Don't stay with me, coffee drinkers. But maybe for 1 month, you do tea instead. Just an option. Innovation workshops where you get together and just teach creativity. Hey, let's do art today. Let's do problem solving with the craft. What can we do with these pieces? Okay, and again, that's generating creativity. In office projects, what needs to be done and who has the skill set to do it? For example, I'll never forget when I was working at UIW years ago, my first time working there in admissions, we wanted to update our office. And everyone loved, like, I often got compliments on my office and, like, the mood. I, used lamps instead of the overhead. And it was just cozy. It was just a cozy office. And I had the opportunity to kind of lead the update of the office, working with our procurement office at the university, picking out our new chairs and furniture and all of that, artwork, even got some custom artwork made. And I had the chance to do that. Why? Because I love to do it. It's a hobby of mine, and I got to utilize that at work. That also benefited our office, our team. So, that's just another way to integrate hobbies into in-office projects that need to get done anyway. Book clubs for you readers out there, and you can make it even a book that's going to be important to the workplace. It doesn't necessarily have to just be a novel, or it could be a novel. Why not? And then why not encourage people to seek parallels between the novel of nonfiction with regards to what they experience at work, and get ideas as to how they can problem solve or meet needs of customers in some kind of way, or to try something new that they haven't tried. This is how we get there. It's not a matter of No, we don't have time for hobbies. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. And I'm showing you that right now, how it can benefit the workplace and inspire your employees, okay, as well as yourself. Volunteering programs for those who you like to serve. And this could be a great way to give back to the community as well. Getting those volunteer service opportunities together. And it doesn't always have to be that Saturday or that evening that you're asking people to come into the office. It could be a drive. Why don't you do a drive for school supplies or for gently used clothes or something that you're giving to an organization, so it doesn't take away or add to, should I say, necessarily the weekend, or because so many people, depending on your industry, already spend so much time at work. You can do your drive, okay? Or you can do free trainings. Why don't you give this as an opportunity for some of your team members that you want to develop and empower? Send them to organizations who need some new training and want to develop a rapport with organizations like you. Why not? Okay, so that's an opportunity to get people out there and empower them to do things that they may not be able to do in the office. Language learning. How about you learn, especially here in San Antonio or Texas, wherever you are, where another second language might be crucial to serving your community. Here is Spanish. And so, even though other languages are quickly coming into our community, I don't think that will be the case in the next 20, 30 years as the United States continues to evolve. But whatever that second language would be in your community that could serve your clients or customers better, why don't you get together and like learn phrases that could benefit you in the workplace and allow others to teach that? So for people who are learning another language as a hobby, empower them and say, hey, since you're learning this language, why don't you also come back and teach us? Here's 5 minutes at the end of the meeting for you to introduce these phrases that we can all practice and learn to use in how we serve our clients. Skill sharing sessions is exactly what it sounds like, bringing people together and allowing others to teach or to try something new. Healthy cooking classes, why not? In fact, I would encourage you to do healthy snacks that you can incorporate into that 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour when people are really getting stressed, frustrated, kind of worn down from the workday. This healthy snack could be a pick me up and something that they look forward to, but also learning new recipes. Music and art. I love this one because I love music and art so much. It could also be something like teaching people to create custom art for their office, or like a custom art challenge. It could be curating a playlist. That's what I do with Lead My Heart now. If you've noticed, with every newsletter that I put out on LinkedIn, it also has a Spotify playlist that I've curated about the month's theme. And so you could do the same thing with your projects or with your team. Why don't y'all curate a playlist and allow everyone to suggest a song for the list? So not only are you bringing music into the office that's uplifting, encouraging, really hypes you up about the work that you're doing, but you also get to know other people and their taste for music. And then lastly, flexible work arrangements to allow people to participate in their hobbies in a way that still also benefits the organization. Maybe it's coming to work a little later, leaving a little early for those service projects so that people can host a class or skills sharing session, whatever that looks like. Okay, so that's how you can easily harness hobbies, y'all, into your organizational operations, and it's going to benefit your team. Okay, it's going to make you more creative, problem solving, happier, the better mood, less stress, and getting to know each other at the same time. Okay, so that's how you can revive your work, and it's so important, y'all, that you consider how to bring your hobbies to work so that you enjoy it. I love what Ecclesiastes 3 and 22 says. It says, "So I saw that there is nothing better for a person than to enjoy their work, because that is their lot. That's your portion. That's the thing that you manage, that you can be proud of, that you can aspire to. For who can bring them to see what will happen after them?" Meaning, when you're gone, when it's all said and done, how can you come back and still look at all the things that's going on? You can't. So enjoy every moment now. And I know that sounds weird to say enjoy your work. Love it, embrace it. Make that job your ministry. Become the chief problem solver so that you serve people better. Learn to harness your hobbies, so that you delight in what you do. If you want to make a TikTok together and do a dance class, do it. Do it. It's something fun, and innovative, and just something you can laugh about together. Okay? So I hope that you have really enjoyed this series. Let me know also how this episode impacted you. Did it open your mind to new possibilities as to what you can do, how you can bring your hobbies to work, how you can better the work environment and the work culture that you have to inspire and motivate your employees? Have this conversation with your team as well. Encourage them to bring their hobbies to work. And then, as the leader, demonstrate that, model that, what that can look like for them. Okay? I would love to hear from you. So be sure to post your comments and your questions, okay? And I'll be happy to respond to you. Before we go, though, I want to remind you that you can save $150 on the current package that I have on special right now. 3-piece ESCO program. Y'all, this is the program that I would recommend anyone to start with if you're doing executive coaching with me, because purpose, passion, and power is key to what I do. That's the mission here, to equip leaders and executive teams to live and lead with purpose, passion, and power. But you got to know what your purpose is. You got to know what you're passionate about. You got to identify your power. And so we take the time and we create the space to talk about these things so that you leave this program truly inspired and just almost in love with the purpose that God has given you to fulfill, that no one else can fulfill but you. You are remarkable. You are incredible. You're so remarkable that God gave you a stamp. Like your fingerprint says that you are one. That like you are one of a kind. You are unique and there's no one else like you. And so that tells me that no one else can do what you can do, and no one else can do it the way you can do it. But you got to know what it is that God wants from you so that you can go after that thing wholeheartedly. Okay? If you want to get coaching with me, if you have questions and you want to know or get more information, feel free to reach out to me at my website. You can text or leave a voicemail at this phone number, or you can email me. But also follow on social media, just like you're watching right now. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. However you would like to reach out to me on your preferred platform, be sure to do that at Link My Heart 2022. Okay, so y'all, that's it for today's episode and for the revival series. I pray that it truly blessed you. And before you leave, you know I have to remind you that in everything you do and with everything you have, love God and love people. Goodbye.